They don't give a darn. They
And
have
you
no
say
patience to
something
wait.
to them and they look at you like,
Oh, yeah.
holy mackerel.
I don't
So
say anything,
we're
I
starting the recording right now.
don't say anything, I just turn around, go the other way.
I've learned to take 2 steps back.
Yeah.
Okay, bit of technical difficulties, so I will call the meeting to order. And first thing on our agenda is the adoption of, or our agenda this evening is, or today is the adoption of the agenda. So if I could have the resolution, please.
Resolved, the agenda for the meeting be adopted as circulated.
Can I have a mover, Councillor Bazarowicz, second, Councillor Sutherland, any questions? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, the first item on our agenda, we do have a bylaw number 11 of 2020, and that is for second and third reading for the Narrow Fire Hall expansion borrowing. And Deepak, if you could just walk us through that one, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the bylaw, this is the amending bylaw for the original borrowing, so now it's giving us our debenture that we're receiving from the Royal Bank at 2.83%. That is significant savings from what was originally predicted, and it is for the construction of the Narrow Fire Hall. The fire hall has been completed, the fire hall came in under budget, and with that, there's been also significant savings in the overall borrowing for the 20 years. We received the borrowing, the municipal order on it for this new debenture, and they've asked us to proceed with it and without any significant changes. The changes that they did ask us to make in the whereas clause have been made, and so we're bringing it forward for second and third reading so that we can issue the debenture.
Okay, thank you for that. Any questions from members of council? Okay, I'm not seeing anything, so if we could have the resolution for the second reading of the bylaw, please.
Resolved, bylaw 11 of 2020 being bylaw of the St. Clements for the Narrow Fire Hall expansion borrowing be given second reading as amended.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Spicer, Councillor Horwath seconds. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, that is carried. And we can proceed with third reading, and as always, it is a recorded vote automatically, so I will ask you to keep your hands raised to make sure that Heather gets the count.
Resolved, bylaw 11 of 2020 being a bylaw of St. Clements for Narrow Fire Hall expansion borrowing be read a third time as amended.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horwath, second. Councillor Bazarowicz. Any questions? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. Opposed? And that is unanimous. Now we get to bylaw 8. And Deepak, if you wouldn't mind taking us through the process for the next bylaw.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. What we have is the next two bylaws that have been brought forward, bylaw 8 and bylaw 9. The intent of those were that we were anticipating an approval from the municipal board for this morning so that we could add this to the agenda and proceed with our debenture for the two projects that we've already been approved for borrowing, but we were waiting for the amending bylaws from the municipal board. As of this afternoon, we haven't received that, so my request to council is to adjourn these two items from the agenda until next meeting.
All right, any questions on that?
We can't vote on them.
No, because we don't have the final approval from the municipal board, and if there's any changes, we cannot proceed with second and third reading in case there are any changes. So I would suggest then that if we do have all the information, that they would be placed on our next meeting agenda, which is next week, April the 13th.
Yes, Madam Mayor.
And we'll proceed with it hopefully at that time.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Is there anything else that you need to do? You'll be contacting, I would imagine, the borrowing agency to make sure that everything is okay with them?
Correct. I'll
Okay.
be contacting them this afternoon.
Thank you. Okay, then the next items we have are all in camera, so if I could ask for a resolution to go in camera, please.
Resolved, council recess the regular meeting and go into in-camera to discuss legal and personnel issues. And further, be it resolved that all matters discussed are to remain confidential as per section 83(1)(d) of the Municipal Act.
Moved by Counselor Spicer, second by Counselor Sutherland. Discussion. Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Just give me a moment.
Sure.